Be prepared.
Well, good evening, everybody. I know this may be a boring topic, but I feel like it's a topic that not enough people talk about. It's like when it comes to topics like this, most people want to avoid it because they never want to think that, it can happen to them. But one thing you cannot avoid, and everybody has the same fate, is death. So the reason why I'm on, talking about if something happens is your will. Take the time out. I don't know who you get your will through, but if you don't have like a legal service or a legal plan that you have for your legalities or whatever, you can always go to an Office Depot. They sell actual made wills, and if you get a will either printed off a legal site or you go to Office Depot, you will have to then get a lawyer to make sure everything is right and then get it notarized. But I'm with a place called Legal Shield. I'm with Legal Shield. Legal Shield offer everything. They offer everything from traffic violations, identity theft, lawsuits, any type of legal issue that you have. I can call Legal Shield and get their discounts and get referrals and everything, even savings on some things like shopping. But this is free. This is free with my Legal Shield. But bump all that. My mother died, as you guys know. And when my mother died, she didn't have a will. And good thing I stepped in to at least get her car early because she was married. And because she was married, when his family came in, they made sure that my mother's kids didn't get anything else of hers. It's so bad that my mom struggled to pay halfway down the house just for when she passed away, just for her husband and his family to enjoy what she worked hard for. So it's nothing wrong with me, and I really feel like I'm gonna be here for a long time. But I actually had a will. I need to update it and keep it current because I never want that to happen with my kids, even though I'm not married and don't want to be married. I ain't got to worry about no stepfather that don't like my kids to cut them out of anything. And I like it that way. So therefore, guys, get a will. Get life insurance in place. At least nowadays, most funerals are going from, I'll say, $13,000 on the cheap side, $13,000 to $25,000 for a proper burial, to where you can really rest easy that you had a decent funeral for your loved one, unless you're going to do cremation. Because nowadays, some people, they don't want to be buried. Some people prefer to be cremated. But I want you to look this up. You have natural burials. And when I say natural burials, you can be a tree. I bet you didn't know that. And that's almost how, and to be buried naturally, it doesn't cost that much. But the only drawback is, to be buried naturally, they don't embalm you or anything. They bury you within that week. You got a week to get your family members there. But you got a week to get your family members there because they have to hurry up and get you into the area of the cemetery. And with the natural burial, they don't do tombstones, they don't do caskets, they don't do embalming. You pick a tree that you want your loved one to be buried with, and they make like a little sack. After they have the funeral service, they wrap your body up in whatever they use, and they put you in this sack, and they put a tree that's linked to that sack over top of you. Because actually, if something that's deceased decomposes the way it's supposed to, it's actually fertilizer to trees and all that stuff. So instead of going to visit a tombstone, you will have your loved one's name on a tree. You will go visit the tree that your loved one will become. That's natural burial. So I wouldn't mind. It's half the price. Half the price. And not all them chemicals messing up the planet. But yes, make sure you get that $13,000 life insurance or more. And however you going to fill it out, get yourself a will. Get yourself a will. And get yourself somebody, if something happened to you, one of your kids or your mom, whoever you can get can be your executor or person to speak on your behalf in case, let's just say, you on life support. And they need to know, do y'all want us to keep them on life support or you want us to take them off? A family member needs to be legally able to say, don't you cut that life support off. You keep my family member on that. You'd be surprised. When people don't have this kind of stuff set up, sometimes the hospitals do what they want with your loved one because you didn't have legal stuff in place. So really think about it, because there's a lot of people that's going through fighting over possessions, assets. And I'm not going to lie. It took me, my mom been dead, for 3 years now. And I'm still kind of hurt, but I'm not as hurt. But up till then, I was so hurt. I get used to being able to go to my mom's house while she's living. And now that she's deceased, her husband is just having a ball, spending all the money he got from her. And now I can't come to a house that I watched my mother bust her tail to pay for. I can't go by there no more. I say, you know what? Learn a lesson, God. You ain't ever got to worry about me putting my kids through that, ever. And then your brothers and sisters is having fun with what my mother worked for, because she ain't had no kids by him. She had no kids by him. So basically, him and his family is enjoying my mother's hard work. No, sir. Get yourself a will, bro. Get yourself a will. That's not fair. That's not fair to her children and her family. That shit is far from right. So do the right thing for you and your family. Sometimes you don't want to do it because it's paperwork, but if you rather be safe than sorry, to where, because we all got to go one day. And the thing is, it's a gamble, because you never know when. Nobody never knows a day or a time that they got to meet their maker. So be prepared. Y'all have